Good morning! Look what Polly came home with, and we've already eaten some, but I'm gonna pull out some to take food porn photos in my beautiful milk glass bowl. They're so luscious this year. It must have been just the right combination of weather and season is just lush. They're juicy and delicious. They're not too sweet and they're not tart. There aren't any green, and they haven't been eaten by bugs yet, so lusciousness. This is summer. Strawberries is summer. I know I've told the story before, but if you're new to my channel, it's new to you. For those of you who have already heard it, fast forward the next minute. When I was a kid, we spent summers at our dacha on the Black Sea, and one year, I think I was 5, maybe 6, I ate so many strawberries, I broke out in hives. Had allergic reaction to it. But hasn't put me off from strawberries. I love them, adore them. Wild or these cultivated ones, delicious. And this is from an organic farm from, is it Ellington or Summers? I'm not sure where Polly and Kevin went this morning. Sadly, Kevin threw his back out while they were picking strawberries, and Polly brought him to emergency room, so he's home now, which is good. But yeah, so that's what's been going on this morning. I have cleaned out the rest of the bottom shelf of the fridge. Throughout, we have, well, I'll show it to you in a minute. We had 13 bottles of salad dressing open with like a smidgen at the bottom. Blech, hate that. So those that were obviously past expiration, I rinsed through in the recycler. Some, I couldn't even get the lid open, so those went into the garbage. Sorry, landfill. I'm trying to do my best. I'm not going to let it get to this point. They fell behind bottles of champagne and like really ridiculousness. And every time I thought of having, ooh, we might have some champagne tonight with strawberries. Wouldn't that be luscious? I think I'm gonna have to, well, we have 2 bottles on in the fridge, so we can pick whichever one. And I think one is a champagne and one is sparkling wine. It might be Prosecco, an Italian version. We have 7 open jars of barbecue sauce. Again, no reason. 9 bottles of mustard. All different kinds of mustard, but mustard nonetheless. So no more mustard purchasing, no more barbecue sauce purchasing. So that's going to help. What I'm going to do next is I'll take some pictures, which I'll share on Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest, probably on my blog too. And then I will do a meal plan. I have laundry going. I'm trying to get everything done by, I want to say 3 o'clock, including a nice leisurely bath while Polly takes a nap because he got up at 4 o'clock again this morning, 4:30. So I will be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to go. And once he's out of the shower, we can maybe go do something. I think for dinner we're having, oh, I forgot what he said he wanted to have for dinner. But I do have ideas for the meal plan for Monday through Friday, which I will share with you at my desk later on in this video. So in the meantime, look at this gorgeousness. Strawberries galore. We're dropping off some strawberries at our next door neighbors.
Tonight at 7.
Evelyn's. Alrighty, so I'm in my office and I have my wallet, which is the Filofax that I use. It's the Metropole in black. I use as a wallet as my everything. I have all the appointments, everything I need to keep track of. And I have my shopping list, and I thought I would make out the weekly menu here instead of in my A5 household Filofax. I think it's just going to be easier. At least we'll try it out this way, see if I'm more productive this way. And the key is not to create more work for yourself, but to make it more worthwhile, save time, and be productive. So I've already listed out Monday through Friday. I'm going to leave Saturday and Sunday free because we have tentative plans both days, so I'm not sure what we're going to do for dinner. Or we may just be out at friends, and I'm just going to leave that as is. So Mondays, for those of you who follow my channel at all, know that we do meatless Mondays, so it's going to be a meatless meal. And I talked to Polly and mentioned that we've been a little bit pasta heavy in the recent few weeks. So instead of doing last week I made a mushroom puttanesca. The week before was naked pasta, which is always very popular. I think it's kind of a hands down easiest thing to make. I thought we'd try something slightly different. So I need to pick up a couple of baker potatoes, like the big Idaho ones that can be stuffed. So I think I'm gonna do loaded baked potatoes for Monday, because I have all the accompaniments. I have scallions, sour cream, shredded cheese, broccoli, fresh broccoli that I could blanch and add to it. And depending on how much time I have tomorrow after work, I may or may not do twice baked loaded potatoes, and we'll see. I'm gonna run over to the market probably around lunchtime to take a look and see what's available and what's fresh. We didn't go to the farmer's market this past Saturday because we had other plans. Polly was smoking the turkey, and I don't like going to the grocery store on weekends because that's where everybody goes who works Monday through Friday, which we do as well. However, it's easy for me to run out during lunch to pick some things up. So I have, and this will help me with my list. I know since I cleaned out the fridge, really heavy duty cleaned out the fridge, I'm well aware of what we have available. So I know we have sour cream, scallions, shredded cheese, pickled jalapenos, that lovely fresh broccoli, so I'm going to do that. So on Tuesday, I think we're going to try and keep it even lighter. So I think I'm going to do tomato, onion, and cucumber salad with a vinaigrette. And I know it's chicken scratch, but I know what I'm writing down. And I'll leave the menu in the description if you're interested in seeing the exact things that we're going to have. Wednesday, I was thinking, since we haven't had chicken for a while, I might do like a chicken bowl, but instead of using rice or pasta, because we're already doing potato on Monday, I have a lovely little spaghetti squash, and the last time I made spaghetti squash with garlic and coconut oil, it was just so delicious. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to do a chicken bowl with spaghetti squash, and I have corn in the freezer that I put up last summer from the freezer, and some herbs. So it'll be an herb and garlic spaghetti squash with sauteed chicken and corn. That might be a nice change. I also have a beautiful salmon fillet, wild caught salmon fillet in the freezer downstairs. So I think maybe on Thursday I'll do salmon with basmati rice with frozen peas. Polly loves the way they pop. And I don't really cook the frozen peas. What I'll do is I'll make the basmati rice in my rice cooker, and just before serving, in the portion that we're going to have for dinner, I'll probably add a little knob of ginger into the rice cooker when I make the basmati rice. I like the fragrance that it puts off, and it's the, a lovely flavor. So I'll add the frozen peas at the very end, and probably some herbs too. I have fresh dill and parsley, so I could use that. Maybe even a little lemongrass, we'll see. And then Friday, we've been threatening to do nachos or hamburgers, because I have a grass-fed beef in the freezer downstairs. So I could take that out on Wednesday and put it in the refrigerator downstairs, and then it'll be ready for me for Friday. So if we do nachos, I would just saute up the ground beef with probably some cumin, coriander, or cumin, chili powder, a little garlic pepper, and a little bit of maybe, diced tomatoes. But if we're going to do hamburgers, we'll just make hamburger patties. And we have wraps. We could do them in wraps, or we could put them on lettuce leaves, or just bunless. I kind of prefer bunless burgers. And we have pickles and ketchup and mustard and all that condiment. So that's pretty easy list for things. There's not a lot of things I need to pick up, so I just need 2 bakers, baked potatoes. We have chicken in the freezer downstairs. I'm probably going to use the thighs that I got at Costco a couple weeks ago, or a week and a half ago with my mom. So we have everything. The salmon I have, the ground beef for the nachos or hamburgers, and I'll probably check to see like what Paulie's in the mood for during the day while he's at work and I'm at work, and plan around that. So that's pretty easy, right? So that being done, we could probably run out to go get dinner. Because we could not reach a consensus on what to have for dinner, we're gonna go get sushi. That's the one thing we always seem to agree on.
Buffet.
At the, what do you call it? It's buffet. Everybody's squeaky clean. I bathed while Polly was taking a nap. Of course, I hang out in the bath and I read. And Polly just showered.
I've never seen a person that can take a bath for 5 hours, but Natasha.
I told you I was a total water baby. I've been going to the beach since I was like months old. I don't think so. That was pre. I know now it's very popular, but no, I'm old. I'm old. Plus some. Oh, they're playing chess. Oh no, they're picnicking. Sometimes people play chess over there in that park. So we're gonna head over and have some sushi. All of my chores are done for the weekend. Laundry's done. I've planned out the menu for the week.
I gotta clean something up.
But you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow because now you're clean, and then you'll have to take another shower. I don't want to have to beat you with a stick to get you in there again. So I'll take you clean for the night. I'd say this did not pass quality control. That is too funny. I think I'll get you grab a new one. Look at that. That's. Shh, I'm talking. Oh, he's enjoying a donut. Yeah. That's rambutan, which is a relative of lychee, which I just shared earlier this week. But these are
happy rambutan.
Oh my gosh, really? Okay. You expected it, right? Guess what I'm making? Yep, zucchini chips. And I did cut them thicker today because I pulled out my big stainless mandolin, which you can adjust with one ran off. You can adjust the depth of the cut. You could do the waffle that I did for these, or you could do a straight by swapping the blade this side up here. So I just have to rinse this immediately. And I think what I'm going to do the same thing with the vinegar and then some herbs, and I'll do a mix on different levels. So I think I'm going to I have to run downstairs and get the dehydrator, because in a small kitchen, when you have specialty appliances, you just can't leave them out anywhere. And that's another thing that I need to reorganize in our basement. I have a shelving unit that I need to put next to the refrigerator at the bottom of the stairs, so I can store all of my overflow equipment, like my bread maker, juicer, dehydrator, because they're not used on a daily basis, because I use my NutriBullet, which is right on my counter. It's the smallest thing to keep on my counter for the quick fruit and veggie blends that I do, instead of having the juicer out. But yeah, these look good. We'll see what they look like in a minute. I had originally grabbed this little spray bottle from the Dollar Tree travel pack, which had 2 bottles with the screw lids and 1 with a spray, and put the vinegar in here and then lay them out on the trays and then spritz them, because I'm thinking if I pour vinegar into this, not every single one's going to get the vinegar I want on it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try that, because it's okay if I only use this for the vinegar, that's fine. And I could certainly use different flavored vinegars. I could use red wine vinegar, or I could use rice wine that I have, but I think I'm going to stick with a regular distilled old-fashioned white vinegar, because it's only 5% acidity, which is good. And then we'll pick out which seasoning we want to put on each level. So let me run downstairs. And Moses has been kindly helping me. You've been helping me, right, Mosey? With the little ends. See, like this one. Watch. Good boy. Is that yummy? Is that good? Is that good? Of course, Mommy. It's delicious. It's not orange, but it is delicious. The 2.5 small zucchinis made 1, 2, 3, 4 trays. So I have the vinegar in my spray bottle. I have my base tray, so I'm going to put 1 at a time over the base tray and then spritz it. You can also paint it on. I did that the last time I made them, but they were just like too thin, and they dehydrated to ethereal dust essentially. So I'm hoping these will be a little more substantial. So let me do 1 tray and then see if I learned anything from spraying them. That works like a charm. It was about 10 squirts for all of this, and I got pretty even coverage. See, it's glistening. And now I'm going to pull out a few different herb blends and make each layer slightly different flavor. And hopefully the video will help me remember what levels what. First level is garlic herb, salt-free, and I did pull out my nutritional yeast as well. See, I could do one of them with that. It's experiment in the kitchen is the best, like, fun thing for me to do, and if it works out, fabulous. If it doesn't, it's just the cost of zucchinis. This level is Paul Prud'homme's lemon and cracked pepper, no salt. Looks good. Try next one, nutritional yeast, and then maybe the top one would be, no, I think I'm going to do the next layer, just a little sea salt on the vinegar. So this level is fine crystal sea salt, and I sprinkled it from high above, and just a little bit. Less than half a teaspoon, probably 1/4 teaspoon for all of these. So the top is going to be nutritional yeast. So there's the top layer. It's nutritional yeast, and just sprinkled on each one. As you can see, there's not much transfer to the other layers, maybe ever so slightly, but it's okay. It's for me. It's not. I know Polly will try it, and it smells so good in here. I love the smell of vinegar for some reason, and the nutritional yeast, when it hits it, it's just yum. It's like the cheesiest cheese, if you like that kind of thing. So these are the things that I used. The lemon cracked black pepper from Chef Paul Prud'homme. The McCormick's garlic and herb, also salt-free. Look at how little of the vinegar I used. Like maybe tablespoon. Nutritional yeast. And if I had poured it into the bowl to cover these, I would have used more, and it would have been at the bottom of the bowl, wasted. And the fine crystal sea salt. So I'm going to put this in overnight, and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. But you're going to have to see it the day after, because I have to edit tonight. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and keeping us company. And Moses keeps wanting some veggies, so I might have to give him a couple of carrots before going to bed. Don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone.